there are two issues with iPads in terms of exposures. Radio frequency, radiation exposures like your cell phone, but also magnetic fields. And so what's the difference between an iPad and a cell phone? Well, the obvious thing, it's bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So because it's bigger, that would indicate that there are more electronics, that there are a bigger battery, that it is emitting a stronger magnetic field. So as I was saying before, anything electrical emits a magnetic field. And so we differentiate these, we understand these electromagnetic fields. So electromagnetic field is a blanket term. And then within that, we've got these different categories, which are radio frequency, radiation, electric fields, magnetic fields, dirty electricity, or intermediary frequencies. And so there are two main issues. In fact, really, an iPad, in fact, as most devices, they emit radiation in all those four categories, but there are two main issues.
Mm-hmm.
And the two main issues are the radio frequency radiation and the magnetic fields. And why is it a particular problem with the iPads, you know, compared to, because I don't have an iPad. Why don't I have an iPad? Because how do you use an iPad? Well, you have to touch it with, you know, you put it on your lap. How do people use it? Look at how people use it. They walk around with it. So it's wireless. They can only use it wirelessly. Well, there's actually a means of using it non-wirelessly, but it's very complicated.
Oh, okay.
So it's a device which is to be used wirelessly, and it's a device which is designed to be used in close contact with your body. And that is a key thing to understand about EMFs. In fact, if you only understand or remember one thing which I'm saying to you today, then it's this, and it's very simple, and it's a cute little phrase, and the cute little phrase is distance is your friend. And that is to say, because of the way that EMFs work, most EMFs work in space exponentially. So that's to say it's a non-linear relationship. So that's to say, by gaining just inches, that you actually reduce your exposure very significantly. For instance, a cell phone, if you put a cell phone next to your ear compared to a cell phone 6 inches away, about 15 centimeters away, then the exposures are about 10,000 times less in terms of radio frequency exposures.
Wow.
10,000 times less. Why? Because it's about 100 times further away from your brain if you're holding it at 6 inches. And because it's exponential, so it's 100 times 100 equals 10,000. Obviously, it's very approximate, but I'm giving you a notion of how important this little phrase to retain, distance is your friend. And so that is the problem, the key problem, the main problem with these iPads, because as you say, they are beautiful, cute, seductive little devices. You can do so much with them, and they just look beautiful. And, you know, I love the internet, and I've been very busy. I mean, my life's been centered around before Electric Sense. I've always been passionate about it. I just think it's wonderful. But honestly, folks, the iPad is not the way to go on. It's not a safe way to use the internet. And it's certainly not the way that your kids should be interacting with the internet. So two things: radio frequency radiation and magnetic fields.